Yes, indeed, Bitcoin is back. All right, baby. Welcome to Satoshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's day is Thursday, the 2nd of September, 2021. Let's be gone and jump straight into these figures. Rock and roll. So moving from left to right, we've got Coolcoin BTC, centrally owned, planned and controlled by Blockstream ever since they forked the protocol on the 24th of August 2017, implementing SegWit, segregating the signatures on the chain, which meant they were accountable to nobody, bringing it under their centralized control, turning BTC from a commodity into a security and crashing its fundamental value to zero. Well done them. And then we got Bcrash, centrally owned, planned and controlled by Roger Ver and his crony mates as they change the protocol every 6 months. But then we've got Bitcoin, BSV, the original protocol going right back to the Genesis block, making it the real Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only digital commodity, backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on Earth. Yes, indeed. And then we got Fisher Price Cash on the end. So let's have a run down these figures then. So we've got Coolcoin hash rate 97.5, network nodes 91.8, transactions 17.02, and block size 2.3. It was going up a little, absolutely pathetic. But considering BTC did actually start out as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that was Bitcoin, we'll just simply let our favourite douchebag of Bitcoin, Peter McCormack, explain to us what exactly happened.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Yeah, well, when Satoshi was here, Bitcoin was a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. How far away from that are we now?
It's a completely different project.
And what would Satoshi have to say about that?
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
And what if he came back to say something like, what the hell do you think you're doing, effing up my project?
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project.
Earn his right back into the project? I just thought he said it was nothing like Bitcoin. It's a completely different project, and it didn't matter who Satoshi Nakamoto was anymore. Why would he want anything to do with a project that is nothing like the one he designed, that is Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system? So in your opinion, what's this alternative project based on now then?
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Consensus? Do you understand what proof of work is? Do you know the significance of a chain of signatures? Did you even bother to read the white paper? Blockstream segregated those signatures on the 24th of August 2017, segregating the signatures on the chain, which meant they were accountable to nobody, which brought it underneath their centralized control, which means there is no consensus because it's a centralized project and fundamentally worthless. You absolute fool. But because I find it funny, I'll let you have one more go at trying to convince me.
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Is it now? Whatever. And we got Bcrash. So Roger, tell us about your expectations for your centralized project.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. And what do you say to all those multinational corporations that do billions, if not trillions of dollars of global trade on an annual basis, that say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to do so?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Yeah, because that's going to work. And then we've got Bitcoins, we've got hash rate 0.34%, network nodes 1.6, transactions, look at that, 77% of the transactions on the entire Bitcoin network flowing through Bitcoin, beautiful, and block size 96.6, so 77% of the transactions, 96% of the block size, which is data flow, all being processed by 0.3% of the hash rate, which just goes to show and demonstrate what an amazing and what an efficient system Bitcoin truly is. So we'll have a quick word with the creator of Bitcoin, Craig Nakamoto himself, to find out what he wants from Bitcoin. So Craig, tell us, what do you want from Bitcoin?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
And when you strip it all down to the bare bones, is that it?
That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
Sounds good to me, mate. Let me help out and I'll stick my foot right in. So if you're wondering why I find this hilarious that transactions, like 70% of the transactions and 96% of the block size are on the genuine Bitcoin, let me explain. Bitcoin mining operations compete to process data transactions on chain. No transactions or data, no use. No use, no value, no money. The most valuable chain is the chain with the most utility on it. BTCs are utter clowns. Can you see what's going to happen? Oh yeah. So let's have a look at these blocks. But before we do that, we'll have a quick chat with our main man, Michael Saylor, who never fails to perk me up in the morning with his level of enthusiasms. So, Michael, welcome to the show. What do you say to people like Peter McCormack, who think that Bitcoin should be changed and messed around with and just tampered with?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, so do we, Michael. So do we. But we really like it. How do you compete with that?
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
All right, mate. Calm down. Calm down. Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to explain yourself. Tell us, what is it about Bitcoin that you love so much?
The way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Whoa, $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where's that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
They do sound like big blocks. What sort of numbers are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Whoa, $10 million per Bitcoin or something. I mean, how's it going to fit and where's it going to go?
Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
Is that right? Let's have a look at these big blocks on the blockchain just for you then, Michael Sunshine. So starting from the top, in megabytes, we've got 5, 6, 78, 132, 3, 387, 136, 1, 49, 34, 437, 41, 243, 180, 61, 102, and 50. Some small blocks in there. Via BTC having a field day. Just get them off the chain. But they're not collecting the block fee. They're only collecting the block reward. So they're gonna have to change their game sooner or later, because sooner or later there just won't be any small puny blocks for them to scoop up. But good to see SV Pool on a march in there. Tau struggling for some reason there. No doubt we'll have an investigation in the figures later. So let's have a look at Fisher Price Cash. Yep, still struggling to get all of their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. Hilarious. And how many blocks do they have over a megabyte on Bcrash this morning? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks over 1 megabyte. And we've got one block over 437 megabytes. And another one of 387. And Cool Coin, let's see how many blocks they have over a megabyte. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they're over half. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 out of 30. Yeah, like 60.6%, 2/3. Yeah, still crap though. Hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Boom, next. Proof of work by network. Cool Coin, Bcrash, Fisher Price Cash will fall into their own footprints, because that's what Ponzi schemes do when they crash overnight. Bcrash, Bitcoin, hash rate, who cares? Bcrash, Bitcoin, proof of work, who cares? Wow, it is currently 6,800 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than any of these alternative protocols, shitcoins if you will. And it's currently 0.1% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin. Wow. Amazing. That must be due to the block fee on top of the block reward. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Bitcoin smashing it. Daily average daily Bitcoin transactions by network. Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Transactions per block. Bitcoin smashing it. Yes. Fees. This is fees USD. So again, USD kind of separate to actual the number of Satoshis. This is the USD price. Speculative bollocks. And this is fees Satoshis. Again, I'm not sure what's happening there, but we'll monitor that. So this is daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So fees in the block to block reward. Again, we want this shooting up. Obviously, the block reward gets cut in half, whereas the fees, as in like the number of Bitcoin that can be earned, just simply go up and up and up. So having that go parabolic will be absolutely beautiful. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Let's see how far in front we are ahead. Let's see how far ahead in front we are. Here we go. Where are we this morning? Come on. 358. So last I checked, Cool Coin was 367. Cool. Are we only 9 gigabytes behind? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a little looky at this. Let's do it. Quarterly, 3 months. What size is Core Coin? 367. Oh, yes, come on. And we're 358. Look at that. Just like 9 gigabytes behind. No, we will be there by tomorrow. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. Yes, absolutely amazing. All right, and let's carry on with the politics then. So this is global hash rate 7 days, global hash rate 24 hours. That's going to look similar to Coin, so they've got 97% of the hash rate. Again, all these misguided people not understanding Bitcoin, just simply following the ticker symbol blindly. Absolutely, well, you know, level of intellect really. These boys here, absolutely insane. They haven't even been hoodwinked by the ticker symbol, and they're still mining this piece of crap. And Bitcoin, look at this, the only protocol with any fundamental value. So it looks like other mining pools doing their best to squeeze VAR BTC off the chain. VAR BTC still stood fast. I mean, they are a huge miner, but yeah, they're having to, you know, the opportunity cost. They're having to put hash power on the network. It's good to see SV pool on there. Tau struggling. Other mining pools have got more than Tau. Tau's got 33.3. Other mining pools 36. Wow, and I'm sure they are both squeezing. They're trying to get VAR BTC off the chain. See, look, VAR BTC, complete shitcoin. I mean, they're even mining Fisher Price cash. An absolute joke. That's not going to last very long. So the reason we want these shitcoin enterprises off the chain is because the only thing they understand is dollar worshipping, which leads to price manipulation, which we will look at now in these short positions. Here we go. Where are we now? So 90% short ratio on the genuine Bitcoin protocol. This is so stupid. Like, imagine traders like loving Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin hasn't changed. All that's changed is the ticker symbol. It's exactly the same, and they're shorting it. How stupid. Some people are just really easy to manipulate. You know, it's just shit for brains. And let's have a look at Coin. Here we go. So where are the short positions now? Were they like 2.3 yesterday? Back up to 4%. That's actually quite big when you consider the size of Coin. Yeah, I mean, obviously they stole the BTC ticker symbol, forked the protocol. You know, people are a little bit people are confused about it, but we know they'll all listen to my show one day. Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go. Oh, come on! Look at these transactions coming in. This looks beautiful, beautiful. So for any newbies watching this for the first time, the vertical rectangular blocks moving across the top of the screen are the transactions being broadcast by broadcast to the network and being recognised by by more than 50% of the nodes. And they're when they're broadcast, they're recognised by 50% of the network nodes instantly, because Bitcoin is an ultra small world mandala network shaped like this. It means as the size of the network increases, the density of the links goes to 0, making it ultra small world and highly sparse respectively. The network formulation can lead to an improved topology against malicious attacks, so it's hard to take down. It is absolutely superb. So once the transactions are broadcast and recognised by 50% of the nodes instantly, they're then thrown straight into the memory pool, which is where they're competed for by miners and payment processors. In order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. So we'll have a look at this 664 megabyte block. In the highlighted rectangular box below that, you can see the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, the time, the date, the transaction count, and total fees in the block. And it's these fees which will eventually surpass the block reward of 6.25 Bitcoin. And it's then we will have an economically self-sustaining system. And we'll just let Laura Shin take the floor and explain that for us right now. Take the floor, Shitcoin Shin.
So, you know, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, you know, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer one, because the number of layer one transactions is limited. And right now I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer two. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there will be very, very many layer one transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer one to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Absolutely, there won't be enough to replace the block reward when the time comes because it's been purposely restricted to 1 megabyte blocks. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you honestly think a network that could only handle maybe 4 to 7 transactions per second was honestly meant to economically sustain all of this lot? This is the backbone of the world's new global financial system. It is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. 4 to 7 transactions per second. It's a joke. Honestly, it just cracks me up when you actually realise the gravity of what they're saying and how ridiculous it is. Honestly. Hilarious. Hilarious. So let's have a look at the BitInfo charts. Where are we now? So Bitcoin has processed 1,413,264 transactions in 24 hours. And look at that comparatively to Ethereum and XRP. Look at that, absolutely smashing it. Beautiful. Let's have a look at this on the chart. 24-hour transactions, here we go. Over 3 months. Look at this, look at this. Imagine, this literally just happened on the 17th of August. We're now just in September, so it's just been about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago is all it was. And look at that. We haven't even started yet. Absolutely, like Terranode isn't even online. Well, it's online listening and processing peer-to-peer messages, but that is it. Can you imagine? Like, the people have no idea what's coming. They have no idea. They don't call it Terranode for nothing. Terranode. Absolutely superb. Let's have a look at scaling test network. Yeah, figure's still the same. All right, always worth checking. There you go. BSV data, Meta ID, 6 gigabytes. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at applications. See how CryptoFights is doing. Here we are. CryptoFights, 1.08 gigabytes daily transaction size. Absolutely phenomenal. Loving that. Loving that. Trends.cash, yep. So TDXP app has 86% of apps ranking by money spent. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's huge. Degenerate gamblers can't help themselves and piling in. But remember, dirty traders can be unsullied on TDXP app. Yes, indeed. Apps ranking by performed action. So again, you've got Run and CryptoFights working together, producing all the NFTs and stuff for the game. Absolutely beautiful. CryptoQuant, yeah, all exchanges reserves. They were cashing out all last year. Their selling out was counteracted by huge amounts of tether printing, caused a spike in the price and this massive bubble. And again, this is why we had more tether printing to counter the selling of the reserves. Oh dear. If you're a shitcoiner, don't say I didn't try my best to warn you. What's on chain? Good question. What is on chain? Estimated next block size 20 megabytes. Memory pool usage currently 41 megabytes. Let's have a look at 24-hour transactions. 1,360,510. Beautiful, beautiful. Joho's memory pool. Look at that. What was that? Oh, that must have been the 664 megabyte block that we've just seen on Bitcoin Blocks Live. That would have been the 400 megabyte block there. Oh, beautiful. This is what a memory pool is meant to look like. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. What a memory pool is not meant to look like is Corecoin BTC SegWit protocol that has been purposely restricted, had replaced by fee implemented, a child pays for parent, don't use it, censorship resistant, lightning network, 1 megabyte, all that crap. Nobody knows when their transaction is going to be received. It's an absolute joke shop. And we can see the horrendous effect it's had on TX Street, which we'll look at right now. While we're looking at this, we'll have a quick chat with Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, that centrally owned, plan and control Corecoin BTC, to find out his expectations of a payment network.
So, fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up. I'm not waiting 4 hours just to not pay a priority fee when I'm using a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, you fool. Median fee, 85 cents. Yeah, add that onto every single high-frequency trade you do. See how long your high-frequency trading company lasts for. Good luck with that. And Ethereum, $7.69 per transaction. Oh, my goodness me. So, Vitalik, how do you respond to that?
The internet of money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
Yeah, really? So what do you call a $7.66? And M1 money supply. Yep, so what do we know about excessive money printing?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
Yes, indeed, and that is exactly what we're witnessing here. So in 1960, it went from 138 billion to 2 trillion in 50 years, but then it went from 2 trillion to 4 trillion in 10 years, and then it went from 4 trillion to 16 trillion in 2 months. There is literally no justification for this level of money printing unless you're wanting to pay a certain percentage of the population to look the other way while the other half, or the other more than half, gets exterminated. And if you're wondering why they're going around trying to jab us all, that's the reason. Right there. You think I'm joking. And CoinGecko, so knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us, how are we feeling about it today? CoinGecko, feeling good. Oh, look at that. Where are we? Oh, what was that? 77. Come on, scoring high 70s recently. Loving that. And Bipping. Here we go. So money flow per hour. 1 cent. 1 cent. What's going on there? Money flow per hour is going from 50 cents to 80 cents an hour at 1 cent. 50 countries joining Bitping at the moment. Look at that. So Bitping, remember, BSV is the only network that's up 24/7 that can monitor the downtime of all these other networks. Little do all these other networks know that they will all be running on the Bitcoin network very soon. They don't even know it. But we do. Oh, yeah. The morning runs, so 24-hour trade volume, 58,000. Yes, somebody's going to have to put a lid on this very soon because all these are illegal security offerings and people are just ripping other people off. So it looks like basically a ZTO, another illegal security offering, sold a 24-hour trade volume of 50,000. Oh dear. So like whoever's producing that, which I think is Satoshi, he's going to be in trouble. That is absolutely ridiculous. And what's the market cap of that? Price, trade volume, transaction count, holders, supply. 24-hour trade volume. Purchase 180. Hasn't got the market cap of each one, but that's really not good. That's really not good. Move fast and break stuff does not mean breaking the law. If you want to break the law, if you want to do the crime, make sure you can afford to do the time. Pay the price for it. If you can afford it, fair dues. But I think it's really stupid if that's what you're going to do. Oh dear. Anyway, so Bitcoin, let's have a look at BSV. So we've had 1.4 million purchases, 1,414,730 purchases in the last 24 hours. Very good. Let's have a look at the depth chart. Price $168 over the month. Looking relatively healthy. Depth chart. So, these figures are going up. So 7.7 million asks versus 5.7 million bids. That's quite promising. Figures are moving northwards in the right direction. And let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. How are we doing? Oh, look at that. That's quite strong. A bit of selling pressure there, but looking like dirty traders doing their thing. And let's have a look at Coin versus US dollar. How's that doing? Oh, look at that. Spikes in them. It looks like trading bots are trying to keep up with genuine Bitcoin. Look at that. They see BSV moving up steadily and they're like, oh, can't let that get away from us too long. It's all manipulation. The entire thing on Qualcoin is manipulation because it literally has no fundamental value whatsoever. It's not useful at all. It's not used for anything apart from speculative crap which has no value, you know. But that looks to me like somebody's desperately trying to manipulate the price to in line with Bitcoin, if you ask me. Oh dear, oh dear. And let's have a look at Bitcoin versus a Qualcoin. Oh, look at that, the price manipulation in comparison, just forcing genuine Bitcoin down. Oh, but they get, again, those Qualcoin people, you know, again, I mean, they can print and print and print, but sooner or later people are going to be like, look, what are you doing? It does nothing, you know, and then the house of cards will just simply fall down. Get ready. And the coin market cap, here we go. So a Qualcoin 49.8, shitcoin is going to be pleased with that, up 4.5%, but we've just seen the spike, we've just seen green candles, so again they're artificially manipulating the price upwards to try and try and catch up with Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin now? Look at it, down in 47. That's hilarious. They're literally just pushing all these shitcoins up. Literally, there's no value in any of these. It's absolutely hilarious when you think about it. Bitcoin up 2.5%. Loving that. So knowing that all these other bits of data are literally utterly worthless, you have to ask the question, what is it that makes BTC valuable? And we'll just have a listen to Daniel Krowitz putting that question to Tony Vase right now.
Why do you think BTC is valuable?
It's valuable because it's the only unconfiscatable asset we have, and that is because that comes from its decentralization. I think Bitcoin is the only valuable crypto asset we have because of the nature of how it started in its first few years.
And when you say Bitcoin, you mean BTC, right?
Absolutely.
But are you aware that in 2017 they changed the rules so that BTC no longer follows the Bitcoin white paper?
That is not true at all.
The white paper says that there needs to be a chain of signatures.
Sure.
Okay, so that's not what we have anymore. That's how SegWit changed that.
Okay, but it's still Bitcoin.
Nice one, Tony Bone. Seeing the kind of people that we're dealing with, absolute imbeciles, and that's being polite. Let's have a look at my YouTube stats. 645, moving in the right direction. Come on, chasing the Bitcoin SV channel. Let's see how many subs they've got. I wonder there might be like 940 maybe. Let's have a look. Bitcoin SV channel. How are they doing? A bit of friendly competition here. 951. Oh, come on. We're close. We're 305 behind. Come on. And let's have a look at CoinGeek videos. Check it out. Here we go. CoinGeek, the one we're looking for with Craigoshi Nakamoto. Where is it? Let's have a little looky. Where is it? Come on. What? Videos. How many videos have they suddenly uploaded? There we go. Let's see how many views this has got now. 105,000 views. 105,000 views. Absolutely sensational. Loving that. Oh, Elon might actually turn up. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Amazing. Streamanity, 306 followers, excellent. Still made 40 cents on the video that I uploaded the other day. Hope you enjoyed it. You know, loads of news to catch up on. Hopefully it'll catch up later on as well. Twitch made $135 so far. Thank you very much. Oh, 427 followers. That's going up as well. Let's have a look at new signups on Twitch stats over the last 24 hours ish. Here we go. It should be like 17, 15, 14 hours. New users 23, moving in the right direction. And Mama Bitcoin, Ruth Easman, let's check out her legendary tweet. How are we doing? 1,099. Here we go, liking it again for 1,100 for the... Oh, they just took it away again. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. Oh dear, oh dear. And Arman Satoshi, how is he doing? 80.1 thousand followers, loving that. Moving northwards. Let's have a look at Stablecoin Printer. Even though their recent recording has not been all that very stable. More Binance USD, not really reporting on Tether. Yeah, so that was like last week. Let's have a look at whale alerts. Here we go. See any huge amounts of printing. So 39 minutes ago. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours. Ooh, 30 now, burning through this. Look at all these movements of BTC. 16, something's happening. Oh dear, that's XRP coming out coming out of escrow. 18 hours, look at this. 18 hours, oh, XRP being moved. 18 hours, probably going ready for dumping. 19 hours, 20 hours, 21, 22, and there we go. All right, so no printing. Something is bubbling behind the scenes, people. We will find out what happens. Stay tuned, get your popcorn ready, strap in. It's gonna be a rocky ride, but it's gonna be fun. So there we go. Shout out to Connor G in the chat box. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this show. That will do. We'll catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.